Good morning, Traverse City.
Please deliver your counterclockwise last stone drop.
Water in my coffee mug. Old stone. John. What's that? That's your old stone. The one we're not using.
8.
Eight.
Back us. 5 is our up, so.
Yep.
Why does it matter? Oh, the van, the one that we could change it though, right? Yes. From one end to the next.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Morning. I do have one patch, yes. Todd, are you guys practicing with 1 and 2 or not? No. You practice with the new one?
How's that volume? Good? I think it's good. Okay, just let me know. From the shores of Lake Michigan, here in beautiful Traverse City, Michigan, coming to you live with the 2024 USA Mixed Doubles National Championships. 16 teams competing, with the winner advancing to the World Championships in Östersund, Sweden. A little different scene outside this morning than we saw yesterday with the snow coming down. A little ice storm last night, but all the players safely in the venue, and we look at our matchups for this first draw for Group B. On Sheet B, Anderson-Richardson against Birr and Oldenburg. Sheet D, Hamilton against Weldon-Franey. Sheet E, Anderson-Stapera versus Podol and Perry. And on our feature sheet, Sheet C, Geving and Shuster taking on Birr and Birr. Here we see Team Shuster and Geving with John Shuster and Aileen Geving. And they will be facing off against Regan Birr and Todd Birr. These teams very familiar with each other, plenty of matchups, both in the men's, women's, and mixed doubles side of curling. I'm sure we'll have plenty of commentary from the players on the sheet today as well. I've already been given a word from John Shuster. He's going to be speaking directly with me, even though he can't hear me during the game. And coming to you live from the booth this morning, Tyler George, along with, here at Curling Stadium, you know, we listen to you, the fans, and we're rotating co-commentators throughout the week, but we had so much demand for him to come back after Game 1 that we really just couldn't let you down. USA Curling, Chair of the Board, Brett Jackson, joining me again. Brett, thanks for being here.
Good morning, Tyler. Thanks for having me back. And I think it was just I was the only one willing to get up this morning.
A little tough to get to the arena today with the conditions outside. 65 degrees for day one, and then overnight a thunderstorm, rain, hail, turned into snow. It feels like home with the weather changes going the way they are, but we are here, and we're happy to have you again, Brett.
Now, looking forward to this game. As we look around this pool, I'd consider this, I'm a soccer fan, and I would consider this the pool of death. This is a really tough, every single team can win every single game, and it's going to be tough out there.
Yeah, we speak about mixed doubles in that way, regardless of pools, too, that every game is a battle. Anybody can beat anybody. A lot of it based on the style of play, and with the Rocks starting out in play, too. Really completely different strategy and flow to this game than you'd see in the men's and women's. So very experienced players all the way around. John and Aileen, both Olympians on the opposite side. Todd and Regan. Todd, a national champion in men's as well, and world medalist back in 07 for the men's. Took the bronze medal, and if you're a curling historian, you'll remember Glenn Howard went undefeated through that entire tournament, except for his loss to Todd in the round robin.
Thank you.
Boy, we're going quite a ways back. 2007 doesn't sound that long ago, but 17 years ago. Geving and Shuster will have hammer in the first end by virtue of winning the last shot draw before the game started. So Regan Birr will get things started with an in-turn draw. As you see, once again in mixed doubles, rock starting out in play. The center guard and a rock on the back of the 4-foot.
Yep,
No
looks
stones
nice.
can be
Straight, yep.
removed from
Oh,
play,
no
whether
hole?
they're guards or in the
No.
house,
I don't want to hog my first
for
one.
the first 3 shots of the
That's all
end.
right. You're good. You're on the guard, you.
I know. Sorry, good sweep.
Regan's first draw comes up a little bit short, so we'll have 2 center guards up to start off.
Todd and Regan are frequent competitors on the World Curling Tour in mixed doubles. I've seen them in a number of Canadian events and have taken down some Canadian teams that are pretty highly ranked. So they're not to be messed with either. Don't underestimate them, and certainly with the pedigree of John and Aileen, you know, it's going to be a tough matchup for them.
First draw from Aileen.
A
A little bit deep to the back of the 8-foot, so that come around draw or freeze available once again for Team Birr. It's nice when both players have the same last name. You can just call them by one. Birr doesn't really need to be said, although
like
it
we're
definitely
there.
reflects
Yeah,
the
should
conditions out here in Traverse
Line's
City
good.
right now.
Yep.
We'll
It
have
is-
jokes like that for you all week, folks. Don't worry.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It's
whoa,
certainly windy outside.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Out-turn freeze attempt here by Todd, hoping that this is going to turn over and stop. Bounces off a little. Will sit for shot
Good
rock.
shot.
And Brett, from game 1 we watched for Pool A last night, that draw going away seemed to be a little bit
Nice shot,
faster
Birr.
than
We are
coming
shot.
back. So the odd ends
It's not as keen as
look
you.
to be faster than the even ends.
Not quite
and
as keen as you. Is
The
it?
curl coming off of
Okay.
the walkway, off of the carpet, seemed to be a little bit straighter
Don't
than
fall there,
going
though.
into it.
T-line.
Lots of
Yeah, and I
room.
think you
Line's
saw
good,
that
though, but there's
the
room.
curl on Regan's first shot.
7.
Lot of curl
That
to
certainly
do.
got
It
her.
should get there, but it's never straight, I don't think, Aileen. It's
Okay.
curl, if anything. Line's getting better for
But
yellow.
generally,
freeze if
you know,
want,
after
but
the practice this morning,
Now
I heard
that's
the
good.
competitors say
Really
that they
good.
really like the speed of the ice, and they think that there's pretty good curl.
There, now we're
Nicely
shot.
done there by John. Red sitting 2, just behind the tee line.
9. What?
You hear John saying 14-1, referring to the hog-to-hog time, which is the general time that players use for the most accuracy. So might see it get a little bit quicker than that as the game goes,
Yeah, it
but
is.
already
Can I go?
over 14 to start the
Line's
game.
good. Gotta go, dear. Keep it going. Line's real good. Keep it going.
Another out-turn draw here. Regan Birr trying to carry this stone all the way to the 4-foot if she can, but looks like this may stop just in the top 8-foot.
Can you get?
Geving and Shuster qualifying for this championship event by
Yeah, we
virtue
don't really have a
of
choice, so.
their 4-person points, so their finishes
I think.
on
similar
tour
weight over
in
on
men's
this
and
side.
women's event.
Yeah, I think it's probably max. So.
For Regan and Todd Birr, they qualified by their mixed doubles points from events they played in on tour this season.
18.
Felt all there, though. Line's
Shuster now playing the
pretty good.
in-turn draw, switching sides, and
That
we did
one's
see a
great.
little more curl
That
on
was
this
straight as
side.
anything, though. Line's really good, straight though. Okay,
There.
wait only then. Whoa, a lot of room.
It's all
job,
there for
Aileen.
this one. Going to stop right on the back of the button as well. So the pin's still available,
Couple inches.
but getting a little more urgent now for the Birr squad. Try to get a
Yeah,
rock
pin
in
needs
there
to
with
Well, I-
Geving and Schuster sitting 3 with hammer, Brett.
But often with mixed doubles, you know, you can
Got
save
it.
the end with one shot, and Todd's got an excellent chance here to not just prevent John and Aileen from scoring a big end, but potentially stealing. I mean, if you put one right on the pin, it's not going anywhere.
Looks
Todd
nice.
playing that in-turn draw that John just played.
Line's good. Weight's good. T.
Line, straight, straight, straight. Hard, dear, hard. Hard, right to it. Hard.
Line very close here for Birr. If this gets by, it's going to be a really good spot. Just touches the rock in the top of the 8-foot, but still ends up very good.
Good sweep.
Good shot.
That's going to be tough to remove.
Great shot, dear. Thank you for helping with the sweep. Oh.
As we saw last night, it's even more
You got out or
a stark contrast today is the
in
differences
releases,
in the
everything's
handles
better, so-
that the competitors put on.
Yeah, in releases it better.
I think maybe Todd
trying to just
had
go off
one
of it.
revolution down the ice that time.
Todd will get more curl than anybody on the sheet today. I can guarantee you that. Schuster playing the double peel. He's trying to open things up so they maybe have a chance to
Roll,
clear
shooter.
that
Goes
other
anywhere. I
stone.
don't think it is, though. Okay.
Shooter does stay.
That's no good. Sorry, Aileen.
I think we're still guarding this side.
Okay.
They don't have anything there.
Yep. Okay. So where exactly? Like
Yep.
right here?
Yeah.
Just the 4-foot line. Just off
Brett, do you
the
think they
4-foot
have
line.
anything, even if they just threw this away right now? Like, is there any shot to get in, or would putting up a guard possibly give them a better
basically,
angle for a run-in
The
to
weight
get to
of my
that stone?
first stone, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they want to put it out too far.
Are you happy with that?
I think you almost have
Yeah.
to cover a little bit of that rock in the top 8, but
Talk
you
to
know,
me.
it's
Yeah, I think
really
that's
not
very
looking
hard
good right now. As we said,
think
you know,
we-
Todd had one
they
shot
hit
to
that
make.
hard.
He made it, and
Okay.
it totally flipped the end.
They don't really have
I think the one shot that they do
Okay.
have actually is the run back on John's stone that he just threw,
Thank you.
Right.
where that could
Same
double
way as my
off those
first
2
one, or-
yellows. So
Yep.
getting inside of
boards?
the guard that's up right now is probably the best
Tee line to the
option.
board.
But you do hear
Okay, my
John
first
mentioning
one was mid
steal of
12
2 or
foot.
steal of 3 could be there if they
Okay,
take a
Todd.
chance to try to take that rock out. They could take their own out too, so there would be some risk to playing it.
So
My
more
guess
than
is you're going
the
to see a
corner
steal
of
of
the
1
sheet,
at this
right?
point,
Yeah.
based
Okay, here we
on
go.
the risk reward of a
Right.
shot on the
Corner of the
last.
sheet
Thank you.
They
Same
may just
weight?
throw it away.
Same weight, Birr?
there. Yes.
I think they're changing tactics. They're going in the other way.
And now coming into the house
Mine's
instead,
real nice.
feeling like that's
It's got lots of
a
weight.
better guard.
I think it's
Let's
more
just
than
have
a
another
3.
one in. This has got plenty of line right
Got
now.
a curl.
Gotta go.
Curl. Curl.
It's got a curl.
Curl. Whoa, whoa, whoa. On its own, I think. Curl it.
Oh, you're good.
I think
You're
you got to curl it, Todd.
good. Good. Good.
Good sweep.
Todd deciding that that rock was good as it was.
Okay, good line. Yeah, I call. So
How much of that yellow in the house do you have?
a lot.
Of this yellow?
I mean, I think
No,
I can get.
I'm talking this one, not that one.
I don't think her guard does what it needed to do.
Again, I don't think there's anything there, though, is the problem.
Oh, okay.
You can still play the run. I was wondering how much of the back yellow you had, but
Oh,
it's just a shade on the high side of nose.
so you like the red?
Yeah, play the red, yellow.
Yeah.
Said
With
we'd
that
have to be
same
super
intern?
unlucky. Yeah. I
So
think
they are
we'd be
playing this
pretty
run
close
back
ahead.
now with the red guard back, trying to go
Says
red,
across
yellow,
the
yellow.
ever so slightly.
Move that counter off. Final stone of the first end, Aileen Geving, playing this intern run back.
Whoa.
It's got to stay high.
Yep. You're right.
Crosses just a little bit and does end up being steal of that one on that nice draw by Todd Birr, and they lead 1-0 after one end to play.
Twin Cities Orthopedics is ready to go with more doctors, specialty services, and convenient urgent care locations. Ready, set, TCO.
quick look around at our other games this morning. Anderson-Richardson leading 1-0 over Birr and Oldenburg on sheet B. Hamilton, Weldon, Franey yet to complete the first end on sheet D. And on sheet E, looks like a blank in the first end for Anderson, Stapera, and Podol Perry. The first of those, I believe, we've seen this week.
Extremely rare in mixed doubles curling for there to be a blank. Not unheard of, but very rare.
So after that steal of 1 in the first for Regan and Todd Birr, they will have first shot once again. Playing the in-turn draw, and we'll pay close attention here, Brett, and see if
It's good.
they do believe that speed is
Line's nice.
slower
Straight, if
coming back
anything.
towards the glass in
Gotta
the
go
even
line.
ends.
Looks good. Gotta go line a little. Wait only. Come on, Todd. Dig. Come on.
Regan and Todd
Come
trying
on.
to carry this, maybe to have it come out the other side a
sweep
little
here.
bit so they could
Sorry
use
about
it, but
that.
ends
Good
up
sweep.
being top 8 foot.
Lots of room.
It got light out of hand, but you gave it a
Okay,
little, right?
lots of room.
It's really light.
Okay, that's
So it's not as light as I thought.
finish it.
Plenty of room here on this in-turn draw from Geving.
All the way down. Yep.
Schuster trying to finish it, get closer to the center line if they
Suck it.
can. Ends up just
Did you say
top
four?
12.
Oh.
Like you said, that's a
Oh,
little bit
somebody
of a
else here, I'm
straighter
like-
side.
It's stopping, and I can't.
Hung out there, and plus John pounded it at the beginning, which probably
We're
took it out
shot.
a little bit, or at least kept it
We're
straighter for
shot.
longer.
Oh, I mean,
You
we're
see with
second shot.
binoculars over on the left side of the screen.
Okay.
Coach Sarah Schuster. If anybody's going to keep John in line, we know it's Sarah.
Got it positive to the room.
She's probably still looking at John through those binoculars from that close,
Sounds
too.
good.
Checking to make sure the shave is even or something.
Feels like we're there.
Easy.
On the straighter side again, Brett, you see Todd with
Line's
the
good.
little less rotation. More like I would throw a
Good.
stone. a
Oh,
little
girl.
lazy
Whoa,
there.
Whoa, whoa, no line.
Old school handle.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bumping.
No
Should see
line.
that get a little more
Bumping.
curl than the others did, but still holding right on a line to tap that red up, unfortunately for the Birrs.
Okay.
Schuster and Geving now sitting 2.
John was asking when Todd started that shot, the same question I was wondering is why Todd would come that way instead of trying to come
I
around
think
the
it's
other way
outturned
and
just past
go
their
around
yellow.
everything and get to the button.
Not all the way in.
But
Okay.
clearly he's got a plan.
I mean, unless I tried to play a little double, but I don't think that helps us. It's not worth it, I don't think, because it opens up the hit and roll.
True.
Right now, they can take a run of some sort. So
Okay. Right around.
again, just full 8 foot. Just full 8 foot.
Okay.
Schuster will play that outturn side now. Have both
It's all there.
sides
Right off it.
covered
Didn't
at
feel
least.
Crazy for heavy, but it's all there. Close for line though, unfortunately. Yep. No choice.
We are seeing a
Tap
little
floor.
more curl over
it's going
here.
hard. Gotta go.
It's over curling
forget
and
it.
dying.
It's coming
Well,
down.
maybe. I don't know. Jesus. Wow.
That really came down. Schuster surprised by the amount of curl, but I don't think we're real surprised after what we saw in game 1, Brett. That was pretty much the way that curled on that side of the sheet. So game 2, not a lot different from game 1.
Kind of wait.
It seems like Todd's going to be
Okay,
playing
so-
that double tap, red onto yellow, straight back down the center line.
Is this a tap or a draw?
Ongoing conversation
Wait's
with
good.
John
Yep,
and
yep,
Aileen
line.
about where that weight would have been
Yep,
had it
line.
not tapped that stone. I tend to agree a little more with John.
Whoa,
That looked
whoa,
like
whoa,
it was
whoa.
barely
Off.
getting to top 8 foot.
Off.
Now this one, same thing, over curling right away with this tap attempt by Todd,
Okay.
and that'll open up the center now. So
Right.
His weight looked pretty good, though. He had a
wonder
really
if-
great weight to tap that yellow up.
that wasn't a,
Unfortunately, just didn't take the ice.
yeah, not a
I
terrible
mean, I could-
result
I could
either.
just
It
play
covers
this
up
now
the
like
tap
this and stay here.
on
Right.
the opposite
And just
side
move
and
this
opens
over
up
this
their
way.
own tap.
I mean, I could also hammer this too, but
I
it's
don't
just
think
dead
you can
jamming.
see, it's overburied.
Like we gotta address this. If I hit high side, it'll go off the back and we'll be lying too.
Can we do this?
Well, yeah, but then it just dead stacks in there. That's why I'm saying if I hit high side with drag, it should pull it out, and we'll be lying two, and there won't be a double.
Okay.
I could maybe even, but if my shooter's never gonna count their one dead buried, so. I think we gotta just high side it as much as it's like feels like we should do something different.
I know.
I mean, I could tap it on the nose and line up the right lineup for us too. If I threw the same weight and we moved it and it doesn't line up at the back,
I like
then it's
more
good.
weight.
Well, they're two different shots, Aileen. One's a
Right.
takeout and one's like a
I
bump
like-
to freeze to maybe bring forward
I
the
like
play.
the takeout.
Okay, all right.
For those scoring at home, hope you got all that. We're going to have our guys in the booth here transcribe everything that goes through these conversations from John, see if they can.
Hey, with
Whoa.
AI, we can do it pretty easily nowadays.
Yeah.
All the way to the yellow over there. No, not that one. That's fine. Ah, terrible. Yeah, you see
So
both
they are
sides.
sitting two after that shot, but all the top two red stones
Thank you very
open.
much.
Schuster was hoping that would roll away a little bit.
Okay.
The plan was always to lose their own back one. They had to in order to get the yellow out, but it's not a terrible lineup right now for Geving and Schuster.
I knows that he's just going to have the double right back. on.
Brett will also say hi to
Do you wanna
Jamie and
try
Janet
and
watching
defrost
Regan
those
this
two?
morning. Ida and Terry
Doesn't
watching
help.
Todd.
Okay.
I think I try to roll this way.
Okay.
Roll into that yellow.
Yeah, I like
Devoted
that.
followers of their
Got it
children
here.
watching this game.
This will run nice, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Normal.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Real hard.
The out turn hit for
Gotta
Todd
really
again
go.
on the swing turn. Over curling right away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good, Todd.
Does spill through, but that rock will be open for Schuster and Geving too. So both teams
So I think I just want to throw
underplaying the amount of curl on that
like,
side of the sheet so
enough to
far.
roll over there, like control maybe.
Does that look right?
Probably good.
Things can change really quickly in mixed doubles
Probably
curling.
erring on
Two shots
overrolling
ago, it was almost advantage Birr with just the way the angles lined up and everything. And now, a couple shots later, if John can hit and flop this over and have shots buried on under both sides, it's going to be really hard for the Birrs to cut them down.
Something
Scratch
that
it entirely
underneath
down.
Schuster Stone tried to pump the handle to get whatever it was out from underneath it.
Hard!
Still try to make the shot.
What a time for a
Whoa,
freaking
whoa, whoa,
hard
whoa,
pick, and there's
whoa.
nothing I could do about that
I
dang
know.
thing. I cleaned
Roll
it
it.
3 times.
That's it.
Boy, bad break there for Schuster. As said, something scratched the ice from underneath the
What's
stone
the call?
during the entire shot.
Okay. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
It's fine. Which turn are you from?
Well, I know the intern for that,
Okay,
I
that's
think.
fine. That's fine.
Do you like that, or is the
Yeah.
out turn smarter?
No, intern's good.
Okay.
Just got to be tight. You got to be. It's a tough guard. You got to be right in front of it.
Okay. Would you rather hit, or?
Well, it's up to you, dear. You're throwing it.
I just want to throw what the proper call is, my darling.
No, there is no such. Just guard.
Let's guard this thing.
Yep.
So I have.
That's about as
pretty good
forceful as
lines
you'll
for
hear
my first
Regan,
one,
too.
didn't I?
Yeah.
She'll still get the darling in
And
at the
that
end.
was, you know,
You ended up right top, right on the center line.
center line. So that was edge of that window, a
Okay.
hair more than that.
Okay.
So the guard would be just about the same, eh?
Yep.
Okay. You might have to bounce off that yellow one or something.
Yep.
We'll see here. Guard weight.
So they're throwing the guard, which is a little bit risky just because you're guarding against a possible 3, and there is a shot regardless of where they put this for the 3 with a possible in-off on the outside too. But Regan Birr throwing last stone of the end for
Lots of
her
weight
squad.
here, lots of weight. Let it work.
Not lots.
Let it curl. Gotta curl. Curl.
This actually
Whoa,
looks-
careful.
This actually looks pretty good. They'll probably get a little bit of
baby.
a bump off the yellow there,
Okay,
but it's going to
good.
sit nicely.
Real good.
Good sweep, Todd.
Maybe a port.
I think that's pretty good. The port staggered the wrong way, so
Good. s-
This is tough for more than one.
And that
That's-
in-off
this
is there, but
You're
it's
More
guessing on the
natural.
line, but
it's tough.
Out turn.
we're
Maybe like
talking
that
about
much
the
I have no
the
idea.
in-off on that yellow stone that's just off of the rings from the
I mean,
overhead
this
view
is
on the
curly
right side.
Going to the middle. If you're throwing an inside-outer,
Need to hit maybe
and you're
half
trying
a
to hit
stone,
a thin half.
maybe
so-
a hair thinner than that, as you heard from John. So off of the side yellow into the one on the button for 3.
2 or 3 inches in the inside of it.
Yep.
Inside of it.
A very difficult shot. High reward though, and final stone of this second end. Throwing the out turn.
Hard.
Schuster trying to hold the line. Just
Good
over
try.
curls a hair, very close, but
That was yellow.
is another steal for Birr and
Good try.
Bird. They lead now
Curl.
2-0 with 2 steals after 2 ends of play. With the second end break, Steve's Curling Supplies, America's #1 curling equipment supplier for over 50 years, is proud to support USA Curling. No matter your skill level or budget, they have all of the top products from the most popular brands in the sport. And right now, you can save $10 on any purchase of $100 or more when you use the code USACurling10 at checkout. Visit them at stevescurling.com for all your curling needs. Looking at the other sheets once again here for our first draw for Pool B. Anderson Richardson leading 2-0 over Birr and Oldenburg on sheet A. Hamilton 2-0 over Weldon and Franny on sheet C. And on sheet D, Anderson Stapera 1-0 over Podol and Perry. And back on our feature sheet here at the 2024 USA Curling Mixed Double National Championship. 2-0, Birr and Birr leading Geving and Shuster
I think it's
with
light.
a steal in the first and the steal a second.
Line's good.
Tyler George here with USA
Right on,
Curling
Lee.
chair of the board, Brett Jackson, on a chilly morning in
line,
Traverse
line,
City.
Yeah. Line, it looks good.
I can't
Get it by.
I can't get it there. Do it.
Brett, Todd, and Regan dodged a little bit of a bullet there and a bad break for Schuster and Geving with John's Rock picking in his hand on that last. Very likely would have been sitting 3 after that and probably scoring a
Good sweep,
multiple
Garrett.
point end. But now have to battle back from a 2-0 deficit.
This one.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate, and John did absolutely everything he could to prevent it from happening, but sometimes the ice wins. What's really interesting is, you know, in mixed doubles, these
sorry,
two
Aileen.
teams
Time
don't
out,
have
okay.
another player, the other player isn't on the other end holding the
Oh, here we
broom,
go again.
right? And so you hear
That's-
Regan picking out specific
my
things
bad.
that she's seeing in the background and using those things as targets.
Set
Just
the
talked about that a
shot.
couple different times.
And other players may be doing that as well, Brett. They just might not
just
be
don't vocalize
very
it.
specific about what they're looking at. The coffee cup or the left leg of the bench
Yeah.
Well, it
or
felt pretty
the
close.
bearded fellow behind the glass.
How's the line?
Gotta go. Gotta go wait, dear. Yeah, gotta go. Line's real good.
We're there.
Take a look. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa.
We're there, babe.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa.
Good shot, doo-doo. Oh,
Well, that's the first time I've heard that.
That's a new one. Yeah.
Kleenex.
If you got your Todd Birr nicknames on your bingo board, we've got Babe,
Good weight.
Darling, and Doodoo so far. And we're only 3 ends in. That's the only ones I remember off
Which
the
is
top
what
of
I
my
have
head.
to hit. So I was thinking like 11.
We love you, Regan.
Solid board.
Hit. Like here?
That's probably too much. Yeah.
As I suspected, John and Aileen, they want to make sure they score this end. They're going to play this a little more defensively, I think, to try to ensure they at least get a point, get on the board.
And this one hanging out on Shuster, too, so that may roll out. Does move things around and
Yeah.
sit second and
Set
third.
it back out.
Better than it was.
Yeah.
I think, too, by anybody's estimation, based on the number
Didn't
of
get it.
games played, stones thrown,
We're second
you know,
and third.
John and Aileen would expect to
Okay,
be
you got it,
able to
Todd.
out-execute in a simpler game. The great equalizer in mixed doubles is that you're all throwing the same shots a lot of the time with those draws to the forefoot in that area. So
I feel like I want to go on this one.
Okay, you can.
Todd and Regan can just
Sorry,
make
dear.
these simple draws and, you know, these freezes like Todd did in the first end to get them out of trouble. And that's how you win a game like this. And for John and Aileen, a little of the
Yeah.
opposite. Just you see John playing more weight and playing the hit, trying to keep
I
things a
gotta
little
go, I
simpler
think.
and
Okay,
just get
okay.
counters in the house and give themselves a chance to score multiple points.
So even though Regan swept
that's good. Whoa, whoa,
end-to-end
oh,
here,
sorry.
I had 15-2 as the time to get that rock
Good
to the
call.
top forefoot. So the ice is really fast right now.
Yeah, we'll see if we can throw up that clock at some point
Sorry, dude.
as the
Okay.
ice
Get that
is
a little more.
settling in now, a
Good
few
shot.
ends in. See what that speed will be.
Wish it would have stayed just a little high side.
Yeah. It's okay.
Pretty good position here
Got
for
him
the
in a
Birr
line
squad once again.
Good shot.
Yeah, the Yellow Rocks are in great
Good
positions.
Very nice.
I mean, full control of the forefoot with the guard up in front. It's really their end right now.
Yep.
Schuster
Yep.
playing the run. Yellow, yellow, yellow if you
All right,
can.
whoa, whoa,
Looks
straight
like
feels
that's
fine.
crossing and just peeling now. It's at least making Birr's replace and getting a little bonus on that side yellow and moving it behind the 2 reds, which is not a bad thing for Geving and Schuster.
Just got to get the line right.
Okay.
If they ever do end up playing a double there, Brett, on those 2 yellows, now if it jams on the red, that yellow in the back 12 is a catcher.
Just off center.
There you see our first look at the
Tap, but
timer on the screen.
I think this is the shot.
I like
This will
it
be done
too.
manually by us here in the
So,
booth,
this
so
We want to,
Yeah.
well, I guess maybe
Brett's
we
thumb
wanna
is
stay-
on
we
the
wanna stay high
on the
side.
button for now. We'll see how accurate we can get it.
Nice extension to the broom. It's running good.
I like the positive reinforcement Regan's giving Todd here.
Good. I'm just gonna clean it. 3, 3, 4.
Straight, straight. Over and off. Just over.
Todd
Whoa,
putting a little
whoa.
more handle on the out turn than he does on his in turn.
Off.
Hoping that this stops and doesn't overcurl. Maybe crosses just a little bit. Might be enough to play that now.
Probably. Yeah.
Hit what you can see if you're Schuster.
I don't think he needs to throw a ton of weight at this, right? I mean, 10-second hog to
I think
hog
I
is
gotta
probably.
Get to 2/3, so I kind of probably have to throw an 11 again at you.
I like that.
Yeah, he's just playing, saying 11 there, like a board weight. So just trying to get both those rocks moving is the most important thing. So Right around backboard weight for Shuster.
Whoa. Close. Whoa, whoa.
They want to hit maybe 3/4 to 4/5 of this if they can.
Yep.
Trying to get up now.
Jeez, it broke hard. Hard, Aileen, go.
Yeah, pretty good shot. Moves it to the open.
Sorry.
Still sitting
I didn't
one,
get
just a
down there very
little
much.
late on the sweep there.
I think, are we shot?
That red rock in the top of the 4 foot, or just
we
fighting
want
the
to
top of
get
the
it.
4 foot, is
So same
easily
weight as my
usable.
first one?
Yep.
So even if Todd
Even
sinks
if you
one
come to our own, as long as you get to the nose or inside of it.
and takes away that shot in the back,
Okay.
they'll still have a pretty easy tap
Yeah.
for a
All
single.
right.
Yeah, take just a hair more.
So pro side is down in there. It ain't light. Is what
Yeah,
you're
moving
saying?
that rock to the open was very
Wait,
important.
so
That'll
you
give
have to wait, you have to
two
wait.
angles at that
Okay.
stone,
That
so
problem is still that way.
that forces Regan Birr to have to throw another counter
Yeah,
in
okay,
as opposed to
so
playing a guard
a hair
because you
more
can't
line
take
then or
both
no?
away.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because our rock has moved too.
Yeah.
Okay, Toddy. Same weight.
Oh, now we got a 4th nickname.
I believe that's 5 because there was a
That's
deer
5?
in there too.
There was a deer?
Yep.
Okay.
So edge of 12, I think, because
Yep.
it was the chair. So now edge of 12.
Yep.
Is that enough?
Yep.
Okay.
Deer might have been the
Here we
free
go.
spot in the middle, though. I don't know if that one actually counts. That's a given. So in turn draw for Regan, and again, a little more curl on this side. So
That's a lot of weight. Ton.
Stay close, baby it.
I think I just heard someone in the
Not a
stand
lot.
say
Got
bingo.
it, curl. Guard it then, guard it. Let it curl, curl.
You sure?
sorry,
Yeah,
straighter
yeah,
side
go.
here, but
Curl it,
really needs to
curl
go.
it. All the way, Todd. Got it.
Will
go,
end up
curl it
being a
every
guard
inch.
at the
Come on,
least,
come on,
though.
Come on, 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 come on.
Okay. Sorry, dear. I thought you had a lot of weight.
It's okay. You couldn't have got.
No, you can't get through that way.
You can
Yeah, I
get
don't think
through
you
with
need
You
to
can
an,
right
get
at
through
it.
this
Yeah,
way right here.
you
with
can
like
get through with an
10-5 for
in-turn.
3.
but you could also slash the
I mean,
top
with the
one
finish
over.
in here, it's probably
Don't you think I have to throw more weight?
no, because you have to get through the hole. I think you got to be. I think 10-5 doesn't miss it.
Okay.
I mean, because you'd have to curl, like you have to miss the outside one within an inch.
Right.
And from that rock to the one in the house, you'd have to curl 6 inches
That's
past it to
true.
miss. Like,
From
So again, I
here,
misspoke.
Tyler, what do you
straighter
think
side.
the risk reward is here? Because
I
you
mean,
know they
could
have
either
a
throw 9-5, I think,
fairly
like 10-5,
straightforward
and maybe take. What are you thinking? Like inside edge. of
half
that
to
out
3/4
I think if I take the
tap.
middle of that guard.
guard. I don't think so. 10-5.
just hack weight,
more?
right? Just
No,
enough to
less.
move that
Less?
Yeah.
red
You don't think
it has-
over
it has to
to
curl past
have
it.
the
That's
yellow
true.
back,
So-
score
Okay.
2,
Go
and
nice and through it.
and be good.
Yeah,
This shot, I mean, going down 3,
It's staggered the wrong way, so I
Right.
mean, it is going to curl once it gets by that high guard. I'm a little surprised they're not playing the out-turn slash on that top stone because both shots are for 3. I don't think they can keep the shooter for 4.
oh, this is really close.
That girl.
And will it stick around?
Beauty.
Oh, actually does for 4. I didn't think that rock would stop in time, but
Sorry
that's
for calling you
perfectly made for 4.
I just saw it start moving. And I'm like, you know what?
Geving Shuster now leading 4-2 after 3 ends of play. The Warm Room Hero is more than just software. They're curlers dedicated to building long-term relationships with your club. Warm Room Hero provides continuous support to ensure your website exceeds your members' expectations. Check out Warm Room Hero today at curling.club. That's Warm Room Hero at curling.club. Updates once again. Sheet B, Anderson Richardson now leading 3-0 over Birr and Oldenburg on Sheet B. Sheet C, Geving Schuster, our feature matchup after that 4-point end, now leading 4-2. Sheet D, Hamilton 4-1 over Weldon and Franey, and Podol and Perry up 2-1 on Anderson Stapera on Sheet E.
I think Todd and Regan will have their first end with hammer, so we'll see what they're able to do. Try to put together a nice end and make this a game again.
Not a bad first stone there from Geving to the top of the fours. Not quite count, but good position.
Right?
I think so.
Okay. Edge of 12.
Yep.
Okay. And I can get shot out of this? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, edge of 12. I noticed our time is not horrid either. I'm just gonna edge of 12. Same weight. I had to give it a little more because I had to get out there.
Yeah.
Gotta go wait. Yes! Sweep it! Oh.
Okay.
Do it. Should I?
A little short there on the out-turn draw for
Fart.
Regan.
Oh.
It's about the worst language you'll hear from her, too.
25 is good too to just tap it.
I was just gonna say.
That rock is usable, so it's not terrible. Gonna have to
14.
throw a run
Right
back,
off it.
but
Back foot.
A lot of curling to do.
I'd rather be up there than behind
Curl
the
if
tee line.
anything.
I'll tell you that in mixed doubles.
Getting better, but you have a ton of curling to do. Can try though.
In-turn draw from
Gonna get to it.
Schuster. Needs to turn over a little.
Ah,
Looks like it's going
thin,
to
straight.
bounce
Shooter.
off. They don't want to leave the
That's
in
fine.
off.
Shoot. Brutal.
Doesn't look too bad, but can get inside there. Schuster, a 5-time Olympian,
All right,
2-time
what are you doing?
medalist,
Can you hit it?
national
this one?
champion.
Okay,
We
you
won't
got
even
it.
count how many times, but even a little half miss is still going to drive him crazy in the first game of the
Normal up.
round robin of the mixed doubles
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
championship.
Yep. Straight. Straight. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Todd playing the intern hit. Pretty good result. Now sitting shot rock, but that
Good
same
shot,
draw
Birr.
path is still open for
Are we
Just-
second back there or not?
We're second. So
Schuster.
just come to the back one.
I think the same line would end up being perfect for this. So
Yeah.
that was 20, 11. You said.
intern draw attempt.
Me?
Felt good though.
Be very happy
More
with
room
the
than last
freeze
two.
without hammer.
Curl, Aileen. Get out
Anything
of that
from
side.
button to back four is good.
Wait there.
Don't want to go by though on this line.
Still a mile out. But if you gotta go, you can curl. But oh, no bounce on this line. No bounce, Aileen. Ah.
Yeah, just taps a little bit, but not a bad result.
The Birrs can definitely make a play on this, but if they do, any rock they throw is going to be behind the tee line.
Down to it.
Sounds good, dear.
And give Jonah and Aileen a chance to, again, come down, freeze
Positive.
on, and
Positive
bail out of the end.
administrative room, you got it. Very nice.
Felt like a line.
We're close.
Good chance to follow again
yeah,
now.
tapping. T plus.
Todd, we
is
saw him
on,
make
T
a similar
plus.
shot in the first
Straight.
intern draw to get them out of trouble.
Whoa. Line.
We're
line
there.
good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Just top button. Just top button.
We'll get all the way across the face of that
Whoa,
stone.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
Needing it to sit for shot now. Pretty good.
Good shot.
Our shot rock.
Yeah, good sweep.
Good shot.
is off the line.
So first and third and fifth for the Birrs. Second and fourth for Shuster and Geving. Now another intern freeze attempt for Shuster.
18.
Be very content with a force at
Line's
this
better,
point
but
with
it's
where the
still out
rocks
there.
are set up.
T-line.
Yeah, you can't do anything with it.
Back house.
Yeah,
Slide
back
grind.
house, not good.
Ay,
It's going to bounce off if it makes contact.
faster throw. God.
Chips and spins off, so now an opportunity for Todd and Regan to get a second counter in. Maybe set up at least a 2-point end.
Yeah, if they sink one
So the ice around these
Actually, just
logos
replace
is
the rock,
causing drift in the
as it was just
Oh.
Like, so I'm like sliding tighter, and like every time I'm like
top button.
I
Having
can
to get it
feel
back
it
out
as I'm
there.
just
The
about to like.
yellow, is really going to
You got it.
position to not only score, but probably score a couple.
So once
This
again, the
one's a
intern
little
draw.
lighter.
And we will see
gotta
this in
go, I
mixed
think.
doubles repeatedly.
I gave her a little
Same
extra,
shot
but
being
you know,
thrown
yeah.
4 or 5 times in a row.
Does it have to curl?
Oh,
When you see the half misses in that same spot is
Well,
wait,
there.
available.
I think we're there. but
Really
yeah,
need
take
this
it down
one to
and
go
curl
now
if
to
you
make
can.
sure that get second line's very good. Yeah, they don't want to bounce off here.
That's it, dear.
Good shot.
That's pretty good. Really good line.
Through here and make it better.
Well, and I
Without
wonder,
danger, I
does this
think.
ever like come off of here?
Oh, that come up. Not far enough. Your shooter does though. Like
Okay.
the hit and roll here is, I mean, you hit this. If you just miss this
About
rock
here?
by an inch, this comes in here and it probably just sits and wiggles. So,
Okay.
and you don't lose this one either. So I think it's not super dangerous. So,
Right, because the back one's gonna go.
so you're just trying to. You can see 4 inches of the inside. And
What
you
I
get,
can see of the inside.
yeah, I mean, you gotta.
Look,
You don't want to be super close to the yellow one, but
like a 9 or.
I mean, the harder you throw it, the more action we get. So.
Well, when I chip that yellow one.
That's not great because you're going to piece ours out and maybe they draw for 4. So if you hit an inch to the inside of ours, it might be in there. But I'd like to peel it. So you put it.
So
where you
they're
wanna
playing
hit it.
in off,
Yeah, just
So middle rock.
or hit and roll in off of that red stone on the side of the 4-foot and back 4s. Trying to get the shot. It needs to be on the inside of that stone. Ends up just on the nose. Don't know that there's a shot for 3.
I mean, if you could do a soft weight,
Well,
maybe
you gotta come
weight
down and
hit
just tap this a little bit. And sit 30.
and move those
So
just
I
out of the
tap
4-foot.
this, but then this has to move this
That's
a pinch
very
too, or-
close.
It's
So
So just nose tap with like back line.
nose tap back line.
Yeah.
So where's the broom then?
Now you need to just feather that
Okay.
back red that's touching
Can
the
I hurt
button in order
ourselves
for
at
your
all?
shooter to count.
Okay,
I mean, you can push this one out.
right. Okay.
You
So
like it?
where'd you have it, Todd?
Edge of 8.
Edge of 8?
Yep.
Got it. Nose tap.
they just
back
wanna
line.
hit
Okay, so
A
What's
hair
that?
high of
No, you
nose.
just kinda need
Whatever
to
it takes to
I-
move
I-
that back
I
red
know, but I've
with
been
back
so
line.
light.
Yeah. Well, light's okay. Just try to throw a good positive.
On the other
A good what, sweetie?
Good positive
they
draw.
get to know
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
they're gonna score
That
too.
helped. Nose tap.
The only thing they can do is touch their yellows. Is the only bad
So,
thing
like,
that can happen with doing this shot.
like,
But if they hit
Realistically, back
high
line
anywhere
weight or
Yep.
back 8, back line?
Yep, back line.
at
back
minimum,
line.
they score 2, and
Edge of the 8?
maybe
Yep.
they pull out a great shot for 3.
Edge of the 8. Nose tap.
So final shot of the first half of this game. Regan Birr already sitting 2. Back line weight, intern tap. Trying to move both red stones for a 3rd point.
Easy.
Looks like plenty of weight out of
How's
hand.
the line?
Line's pretty close. Yep. Keep it straight.
Oh, we're on the yellow.
Straight!
We're on the yellow, dear.
Yeah, being on the yellow is not where you want to be here. You can move yourself out of count.
Oh.
And does just that and ends up
Shoot.
with just a
Just
single.
keep it straight. Was
So
it
the
way
wrong
over
side
Okay.
wrong side to be on for that shot. So it is just a single, and Geving and Shuster leading
Shoot.
4-3 at the break. And halfway through, it's time for the broom fitters break. That's a tough one to say fast. That's going to get me a few times this week now. The broom fitters break, broomfitters.com, is the place for good curling gear and fast shipping on everything curling. For a limited time, take 10% off your first order with the code USA. Visit broomfitters.com.
But high would have been fine too. I mean, that would have been safe. Couldn't hit the yellow. It's fine, good. Over curl, no big deal.
It would help. It would help me if you would like stand close to me when you speak so I could hear you, so I don't have to repeat everything. Thank you.
This one? Yeah.
Just a hair, just a hair. I think that's good. Take a look. I know. Does it look good to you?
What?
Does it look right to you? I know. Can you take a peek?
Perfect.
Shouldn't it go this way a little bit?
Perfect.
When can I go?
Well, technically it runs down to 0 and then you have the 10 seconds.
Oh, right.
Before the clock starts. But you can start with 30 seconds.
Which means clean your rock and that's it. I did that already, so.
Whatever. Are you playing?
Oh yeah, what am I doing? Let's decide.
Well, what do you want to throw here?
I'm not sure.
I think you're playing right.
Back for the second half of this opening draw for Group B, our feature matchup.
About the
Aileen
same as
Geving,
my last
John
shot.
Schuster
Is that
against
enough?
Regan and
But
Todd
out
Birr.
here it might be stiff, yeah.
Bit of an
Okay.
error finishing that fourth end from the
Corner of
Birr
the sheet?
squad,
Yep.
moving themselves
No,
out
I
of
just
count
think
and
I
only
just
getting a
called
single.
Okay, a little more than edge of 12?
Yep.
Still only down by a point. And Geving, Schuster using
And a
their
little
power
more
play
weight. Okay, here we go.
for the fifth end. So those rocks will move to the edge of the 8-foot. Tyler George here with USA Curling Chair of the Board, Brett Jackson. Brett, a little change in the action here now with this power play being used, and
gotta curl.
the Birrs immediately trying to chip that guard
Yeah.
into the rings and open up the
Yeah.
counter.
Yeah.
This is a pretty unusual
Yeah.
use of the power
Whoa,
play.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'll have to talk to John later and ask them why they chose to do it in the fourth
Sorry.
end. Being up, usually you want to do it in a more defensive posture,
Good job.
maybe later in the game. But they're
Like a
choosing to
split
go
house?
right now.
I've never
and
been a proponent of guarding it, but we could.
Splitting the house would be my first thought.
Yeah, let me just group rocks. Let's guard it. Hell with it.
Nice shot by Regan to start the end, opening that up and getting their
Yeah,
stone into the
around
rings.
Okay.
Would
That
like
half
to
on the
have
far
it be
Yeah.
shot rock if they could, but still a very good result.
25 is probably good.
Generally with these power plays, Brett, you're playing more defensive without the hammer than you are in a standard mixed doubles, and just because of the fact that it's harder to steal with no center guard
really
now
light.
being in the corner instead, so the center being open, the steal is more difficult.
All the way over.
power plays
Keep
feel a
curling.
lot more like four-person curling.
Always curl.
What we're used to
It's a
seeing.
3 now.
The play is
Step that curl.
generally similar as well, except for the fact
Curl.
that rocks, the first 4 rocks that are in
Great
the
spot,
house
Aileen.
can't be removed until
Great spot.
the fourth rock is thrown.
So one more stone does need to be thrown before rocks can be removed from play by mixed doubles rules. Good guard there thrown by Geving. And Brett, maybe the reason for the earlier power play than what we're used to seeing. Again, teams generally use them in the last couple
4-1,
ends
Aileen.
of the game. Now in the fifth, a bit of a momentum change maybe for
Ours goes, Aileen.
Schuster and Geving, thinking it's a
All the way.
important end to try to get 2 or 3.
Well, they've also given up 2 steals already today, and I think they want to make sure that they score in this end and try to really take control of the game.
So this is why they pay us the big bucks, though. The insider info coming in from Joe Polo
Blake, shot.
to my phone
Yeah.
I
saying
don't think
Schuster
that's-
always uses the power
I
play
think all they do is
as
make
early as
crap.
possible after the break and doesn't usually save it. So this is
Try to be like
a
top-
normal play
top 8, but-
for John. Now see, with his men's game, I can tell you what he normally does. Probably 90% of the time. Mixed doubles we're learning as we go.
That's right.
Don't see him play that game as much, so that's what we got Joe for.
Thanks, Joe.
Basically
Right
third
off,
man in
man.
the
A lot of
booth,
curling to do
and he
too,
says
so.
good morning too.
It's
So
going,
good
though.
morning to you, Joe, and to the
Let's do
fam.
it. Okay, Bob.
Now get back
Hey,
to
you
work.
can bump it if you want. Go, yep. Go ahead. Line 2 with it. Go. Right to it. Whoa.
A nice out-turn tap there from Schuster to sit 2. Well done.
They do leave a really nice space to draw 2 for the Birrs and really cancel those red rocks out, which I think Todd is going to execute right now. It's pretty much the same shot
Feels
he just
like
threw.
more, but what do you think?
About the same.
About the same, just a clean here. Just
Should
clean.
get some
think
good
it was
curl
more.
on this
How's the
line
line?
too, especially
Line's
with the
You got-
little
you're there.
softer
Easy,
handle.
easy. Yep, right to it, dude. Right to the nose.
Oh, really starting to go
Yep.
sideways.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, that's really well done from Todd. Blocked right on that stone shot rock.
Okay, good shot.
Good execution.
That's really good.
You happy? You happy with that?
I mean, I could also just go tap, tap on it. Same weight I just threw.
Yeah. Yeah, same weight.
Because we still outcount their rock over the side 10. Like maybe if I just go tap, tap. And if I stay half frozen, I was really good. So
Just trying to tap this yellow-red combo, move their own red stone to the
19.
back
Way
yellow,
tighter line.
unlock the yellow one so that they can
Back
possibly clear it with
Close.
their next shot or their last one.
Just
Still
back.
trying
Whoa.
to set up a
Let's
2 or
win.
3 point
Yep,
end.
yep.
A back line.
Whoa, whoa. Closer, whoa.
They want this on
Close,
4/5
yeah.
on the inside of the stone,
Yes.
or high
Whoa.
side, I should say.
Nice.
And pretty
He did
good.
exactly what he wanted. This is a great shot because it sets up if you tap that red again, the yellow will clear the backing,
Yeah,
no
could've curled just
problem,
a tiny bit more.
and
Maybe
they
I
could
could go like one
potentially
more
sit
inch.
3 or 4. So the Birrs are going to have to
Gets
put another
dicey
one. I
for
think they're
them.
going to, again, freeze down to that red rock, try to lock it on.
And we're sitting here chasing a 3 or 4 with with them having 0 hope of stealing, which is good.
Right.
Really pushed it.
Seems okay.
Yeah, you're there.
How's the line? It's curling.
Room.
It's
So
curling.
freeze attempt here from Birr.
Yep.
Lots of weight.
Whoa. Curl.
Needs to stay high to be shot rock. Don't want to bounce too much.
That's actually not too bad because that yellow rock now probably isn't going to go in. The yellow rock that just got pushed to the edge of the 8-foot is probably not going to go anywhere the rest of the end. It is going to outcount those 2 red counters.
So.
All in all,
Okay.
the setup is pretty good for the Birrs.
Yeah, the angles getting moved around were good there for the Birrs, as you said. That red doesn't play into the jam.
Either way, we're going to be line 1. Well, they're going to be line 1 if we don't hit a high side here. But the run, there's probably maybe some worse stuff that could happen. I mean, I could just go nose on it again, but again, that's a snap. I'm going to throw the run.
I like that.
The important thing using the power play is most of the 4-foot's still open. So worst comes to worst, Aileen at the end can just draw right in, get a
Yep.
point.
Yep.
We'll see what Shuster can do with these.
Hard!
Trying to stay on the outside of the stone and move these around.
Uh-oh.
Ends up right through the hole and maybe a bit of a break there. Moving their own in for shot and sitting now 3rd, 4th, and 5th. A very
Kinda
lonely
sneaky.
yellow stone. So didn't make the run they were trying to, but got a pretty good result.
Curled just enough to miss the rock from the right end.
So close.
Right.
No, it might be a tough double.
Tough double.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Not
Okay. But then does anything jam?
No, well, maybe.
If
but it
Aileen
might spin
tries-
off of it.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's either that or just play the draw. What do you like?
Right.
Even when we play the draw, she still got the double.
Okay. Okay.
I should.
Okay.
You want me to hold the broom?
That's what I
think
was
so.
thinking.
Okay. Go for it.
Normal?
Yep.
Okay.
What you couldn't see
There's
is
no
Tyler's
tap.
hand.
I'm letting them
Tap
talk
it
it
back
through
and
first.
forth.
I'm showing you with my hands what
thanks. So
I
what
think
did
they
you say
should be
about my
doing.
hand?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
9, like regular weight? Not, okay.
So that if they were to hit that stone and roll underneath their own and try to line it up so that it would jam on the red stone behind it, that's their best result. As Todd said correctly, if they play the hit or they play the draw or the freeze, then Aileen probably still has the double. The only freeze that would be good would be staggered on the side that their own yellow is on. But very precise. So they are playing the hit. I think they are trying to roll in too, to where we talked about. So trying to roll off of that red in front of the other red in the back of the 8-foot to take away any chance of a double. So nose would indeed probably leave a double for Geving where it would miss all the reds.
Oh. Curl. Post. Whoa. Curl. Yep, curl.
Very
curl.
close here. Needs to get up a little
Hard,
more.
hard. No roll.
Actually rolling away.
Okay.
Ah.
Good dear.
Where that rolled to, I think there's only a shot for 2. Well, maybe for 3. So that one in the top 8-foot must
I
be
mean, even if you get to
fourth
the nose,
count then.
it's still 2. So, like, if you get to the nose with, I mean, you have the high side. It's pretty tough to only get 1 if you hit nose to anywhere high side. So,
Nose, yeah.
I mean, the back one's going to drag a tiny bit, but if you throw out turns.
Do you like that same weight that you were playing or a little more?
Well, yeah, you could throw the same weight I was playing, because then even if you jam, you're going to stick for one, you know what I mean?
Right.
I wouldn't mind hack.
Half.
So with the overhead view, that does indeed
On the-
look
I was
like
gonna say on the
red is
hack
fourth
on the
count,
inside
so
hack.
hit would be
Like
for
in the
3
middle of it?
Yep, right in the middle of that thing.
if they
Hack.
miss their own and the
like that.
shooter sticks around in the 8 foot.
So 75, 80?
Sure.
Final stone here of this 5th end. Soft weight hit for 3 for Geving and Schuster.
Solid hack.
Slow, slow.
It's going to go.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Curl.
I'm not sure if that's going to get across the face. It's close.
It's
That'll
really
go.
close.
Pistol.
And does get to
Wow,
the
what a great
inside.
shot.
Great
He's
shot
outside
by
the
Aileen. It's a minimum of 2. They believe it's
Looks like 3 to
3.
me, but you guys can take a look. It's these 2 for sure. Yep. These 2 are good.
Like, I'm just not the one to ask about
take
these.
one
I
more
think a
look
measure
just
would be
to-
smart.
Make sure.
Yeah, you can measure it, but yeah.
Oh, another easy
think
measure
measure?
call, I think. I'm taking red right away on this one.
Yeah,
Have
I
a
agree.
shot.
Trying to run the record to 2-0 in the booth for measurement calls.
I get in trouble if I don't measure them too.
Todd, you're in trouble all the time, my friend. You know this.
Yeah.
That girl, you could never convince me that the BC girl wasn't trying to get that.
Yeah.
She goes to one goes, yeah, one for sure. It goes around her opposite as soon as the girl. She didn't even come to the house.
Well, right. No, absolutely.
Eileen, do we come? Do we? I don't
Yeah.
know.
No, she was.
Good shot.
Great.
So
No,
2
we-
already on the
I
board
mean, I think it's red, but
for Geving and Schuster, measuring for a 3rd point. Both teams seem to believe
oh, well, thank you for saying that.
it is 3.
Me too. Oh, right on. Me too. Yeah, and I didn't even ask Todd for sure. When he said measure, I'm like,
We're going
okay.
over here, eh?
Yeah. Oh, pardon me.
While we're watching the official do their work, I want to
What was it?
point out
Okay,
the great
nice.
effort of all the volunteers that are making this event a tremendous
back edge of it
success. The
touching the
timers,
so
the on-ice
touching the top
officials.
edge. Yeah, no, that way. Yep, back edge touching the top edge.
That is indeed a 3rd point for red. 2-0 for me for the week. Appreciate the easy call on that
I'm
one.
really
So
mad at placing this one, so
7-3 now after 5 ends of
Eileen,
play.
tell me
Geving and
what's the
Schuster
record.
leading Birr and Birr.
As long as we agree.
we're not. How am I looking, Eileen?
Back for the start of the 6th end after that 3-point power play conversion for Geving and Schuster. They lead 7-3 over Regan and Todd Birr. Now the power play set up for
Just back line.
Birr and Birr. So Geving playing that same
Well, is it enough?
chip, but ends up going around the guard and tapping this yellow. Has to stay in play. If that goes out, the rocks will go back to where they were.
All right, that's something.
But ends up staying back 12 foot, so not a bad result
Dead
at all.
straight.
Yeah, holy cow.
They were trying to move the guard and end up going around it.
Just draw around.
Yep. Where
Does
do I
stay
go,
for a
do you
biter
think?
in the back.
I think you're probably at the maybe the
Brett,
half
we'll see
or
a little bit
more
different
than
progression in
that.
this
Yep.
power play end for
Thanks,
Todd and Regan after that first
Line
shot.
weight.
Yeah, occasionally with teams trying to play that tick, that does happen, and usually they're not moving that rock that's in the house out of the house, and so this happens a little more than you think. Just want to let people know that
careful. Lots
while
of
the
weight.
weather's not particularly great in
Careful.
Traverse
I don't
City
think there's
today,
lots of weight.
if they want to come up and watch mixed doubles
Yeah, Blaine.
national championship. Friday it's supposed to be
Blaine,
sunny and
just your
51,
weight.
Saturday 56, and Sunday for the finals 64 degrees. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend in Traverse City.
Real good, Derek. Real good.
Out-turn draw around by Regan, ends up shot underneath the corner guard. Brett, are you questioning the level of fandom of these people to not get here with the poor weather too?
That was a
No, not at all. I'm just saying that tickets are still available, and no matter where you are in the country, you can make a trip to Traverse City and check out this fantastic competition.
I mean, the commitment level of our curling fans, obviously.
Really solid.
Rain or snow or earthquake, tornado, doesn't matter. They'll make it to the
Got
facilities
plenty of
there.
room too, so
Hey,
line's
back
not
in.
We're
great.
planning on coming.
Wildfires in
Little
the Texas
Right
Panhandle
off it.
today, I guess.
Ish.
You could freeze the back one at this point if you want.
Out-turn freeze attempt for Schuster.
the
This
back
looks
one
like it's
straight.
going to be deep, but going to the back stone.
All right, that's fine.
Sits for third count, I believe. So maybe an opportunity for Regan and Todd to set up a
you
2
got
or a
it.
3,
running nice.
get themselves back in this game. Maybe that same out-turn
good.
draw again
I think we're there. Just gonna
and
clean.
get underneath the corner. But bunching the rocks up a little bit, Brett, but still using the one guard they have, thinking that's the best option to try to score a 3.
Oh, easy, dear. Oh, room.
Yeah, if they can make this and be above the tee line, bite the 8 foot, they're going to be in a pretty good position.
All right.
Pretty good angle there from Todd. Would have
Did I
liked to be
oversweep that.
cornered on
I
that
didn't know what to do
redstone,
with that
but
one. Sorry.
sitting
Did I
2.
oversweep
I thought
it?
I thought it would hook in there a little better.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have quite.
Yeah,
so
I think
many,
if they
but I have
if they
more than
curl
that.
just a little bit more and were
I
half
mean,
under
and
the
it's
guard,
even with ours, so no
they'd
matter
like
what
that
I
a
hit,
little
I'm
bit
not
more.
jamming ours. If I happen to rub, it's still just a queued up nose double. So like,
So what weight?
I think I'm just gonna try to throw control and keep the shooter around.
Like that.
I don't think I can kill them both, so should go.
Schuster trying to get to as much of this as he can. So it's
Close.
fine to rub the guard and move it over.
Yep.
But trying to clear one of these yellows and move
Whoa.
the other around.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
That's a very good result. Moves the other counter open to the center of the house. That'll make 3 a lot tougher for Todd and Regan.
Really nice.
So with that setup now, Brett, not a lot of areas to hide and set up a multiple point end. So I think you heard Todd say they're trying to hook around that red, maybe get a corner
like that,
behind
even if you're not
the one that John
yeah.
just threw.
Okay. Positive
But John
thinking,
just
the
showed
weight
us
was
that
close.
with that down weight, he's going to be able to get to nose of the red rock and drive it back. And so anything tucked under isn't safe.
Looks pretty close. I'm just gonna clean.
You saw 6 minutes
I
and
think I
40
could go on
seconds
this one. What do you
remaining for
think?
Geving and
Line's
Schuster.
good.
5 minutes, 5 seconds for
Gotta go.
Birr and Birr. So neither team
Line's good.
particularly
Top 8.
long on time, but definitely a little shorter for,
Yep,
for
line.
Todd and Regan.
Whoa, Whoa, whoa.
This over curling looks like it's just going to freeze or stop short even of that red stone on the top of the 12-foot. So quick decision here for Geving and Shuster. Only thing is where you leave the shooter. They will be playing that hit.
That one walked at the end.
Yeah.
Looks like they want to roll away.
That was my guess.
Yeah.
I got flashbacks to my one that picked in my hand is the exact same spot. Center line should be good for this.
Little wobble there from the 5-time Olympian. But ends up
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
close on line.
Whoa, curl! Just let it be. Just let it be, Aileen. It's fine. Let it be. Let it be.
Accomplishes the main purpose. Looks as though they are sitting 4 and rolls away. We don't always slide perfect at any level, Brett. I had more wobbles than just about anybody out there, so we're teasing just because we're in glass houses with this,
You got it.
throwing rocks. And John, of all the guys I played with, probably was able to repeat his delivery better than just about anybody.
Nice. Just gonna clean.
I not only wobble, occasionally I fall down while I'm delivering. So I'm definitely not one to talk.
Well, our own John Benton here in the booth told us once again this morning about Todd making a perfect draw.
Yep.
The game he played with them from his knees. It's just a matter of finding a way to make the shot. That one does over curl a hair and rolls to the open, so open hit for Geving to sit, we believe would be 5.
Oh,
Put some big pressure on the Birr squad.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not averse to you throwing normal with the intern.
Right. It gives you a little more room.
Well, where you won't have to worry about curls so much.
That's what I mean.
I think you take, like, edge max with intern and a nice 9. Probably in between the edge and
Nose
that.
or
Oh,
a-
sorry. That's maybe different than yours, but yeah. Inch on
Okay.
curls should be fine. Dead nose.
Slight roll to the center makes a draw really tough.
Geving throwing the final stone of this 6th for her team.
Hard!
Be a little on the narrow side out of hand.
Atta girl.
Good hold there by
Pistol.
Shuster on the sweep, and actually rolls to a very good spot. Good shot from Aileen. And you saw him pick the weight up a
They
little
wanna
bit there
talk to
too,
you.
Brett, throwing a little more than
is
they
it gonna
had
be
for
sticky
open
out there?
shots.
No way.
Just to make sure you kill
Is it gonna
first
be
on that
it's
shot.
gonna be run nice, right?
Drawing against 5.
Because we've been throwing a ton out here, right?
No, it's fine.
Or they have anyway,
Yeah.
so it'll run nice.
Yeah.
T-line weight.
So pretty similar to the draw of the button pat that we've seen throughout the game. So a line they should know, speed they should know, as long as it's staying
My
the
weight was
same.
decent for the first one, wasn't it?
Yep, it was perfect.
You said middle of the 12?
Yep.
You don't really need to get close to that red stone in the top of the 8-foot. Final rock of this 6th, the draw against 5. Regan Birr.
Looks nice. Can you get it there? Oh.
Regan thought it was light out of her hand. It's going to take some work to get this
Can I
one
try?
there.
Yep. Keep going.
Come on, Todd. Full 8. Get me full 8. Come on.
Yeah, don't think that that
Oh,
one's going to get there,
So sorry,
unfortunately.
dear.
So ends up
Just can't
indeed
have my
being
weight
5,
today.
and that will be handshakes
Thanks.
immediately.
Wish I had better draw weight. Give you guys some
So
more
tight
time.
game for
Oh,
first
no,
half,
really?
and
Was it that many? Thank you.
Geving and Shuster pull away with a
You would have made it if you
3 and a 5, and now
Shut
win this
up.
game by a score of
I wondered if you guys
12
might
to
have
3.
time for breakfast.
Want to thank all of you for joining us this early morning, and look forward to 3
now.
more draws today.
Regan inviting her opponents to breakfast already after the game. The camaraderie in our sport, of course, Regan above and beyond most other players will do that. As we look at the scores around the other sheets, Anderson-Richardson now 5-1 on sheet B over Birr and Oldenburg. Hamilton 6-4, ahead of Weldon and Franey on sheet D. And on sheet E, Anderson Stapera with a 7-5 lead over Podel and Perry. And once again, on our feature sheet, Aileen Geving and John Shuster with a 12-3 victory over Regan and Todd Birr. So they start off their competition with a win. We will be back this afternoon. The next draw. Our feature game will be Kim Ryan and Jason Smith against the Nichols. The first time we'll see both of those squads in action. So for myself, Tyler George, USA Curling Chair, Brett Jackson, thanks for watching, and we'll see you this afternoon.
Oh, good. I was.
Yeah, he sent Team Schuster a message.